A former staffer has filed a lawsuit against State Senator Marie Alvarado Gil, accusing her of sexual harassment and discrimination. Thanks for joining us tonight for Fox 40 News at 5:30. I'm Nikki Lorenzo. Eric Harriman is off tonight. Fox 40 Capitol reporter Eitan Wallace has a closer look at the allegations and shows us how the senator is responding.
Well, some of the sexual harassment allegations leveled against State Senator Marie Alvarado Gil are simply too explicit to share on television. All of them are allegations the senator strongly denies.
Thank you, Madam President.
She recently made national headlines for switching from the Democratic Party to the Republican Party. But now State Senator Marie Alvarado Gil, whose district includes parts of Eastern California and the Central Valley, is in the spotlight for a completely different reason, because of this 39-page lawsuit filed against her. In it, Alvarado Gil's former campaign staffer and chief of staff accuses her of sexual harassment and discrimination. In the lawsuit, the plaintiff alleges Alvarado Gil groomed him into accepting a sexual relationship that started in December 2022. He accuses the senator of pressuring him to perform sexual acts on her, adding he injured his back while doing so. He claims he was terminated the following year after refusing her further sexual advances. His complaint against her states, as an employer and supervisor, Alvarado Gil engaged in erratic, controlling, sexually dominating abuse of authority and power. He's asking the court to award him damages in an unspecified amount. But for her part, Alvarado Gil firmly denies the allegations. In a statement, her attorney wrote this, quote, "A disgruntled former employee has fabricated an outlandish story presented without evidence to get a payday. We expect that the senator will be fully cleared of any wrongdoing of these bogus, financially motivated claims." Loyola Law School professor Jessica Levinson, who is not involved with the case, points out civil lawsuits often end in settlements before a jury trial can start. The process moving forward?
We have a long way to go, as in all cases, before a jury trial. The defendant will file likely a motion to dismiss, saying this case should be tossed out. If the case moves forward, then there will be gathering of evidence, people will be deposed, and there will be something called a motion for summary judgment or summary adjudication. Then, if the case still continues, we could see this move on to a jury trial.
In addition to Alvarado Gil, the California State Senate is also named as a defendant in the case. In response, the Secretary of the Senate had this to say, quote, "The Senate takes all complaints incredibly seriously, but is unable to comment on matters involving pending litigation." Law professor Chris McCaley, who also is not involved in the case, reviewed the allegations and had this observation.
A serious matter that both the elected official as well as the legislature will undoubtedly take very seriously. But remember that they are allegations.
And we reached out to the Senate Republican caucus for a response. A spokesperson said Senator Alvarado Gil is cooperating, but added it's important to let the judicial process take its course. Reporting at the state capitol, covering local news that matters, Eitan Wallace, Fox 40 News.